Hi, everybody.
Hello, I'm Ryan.
I'm Bethany.
And we are Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews.
And today we'll be talking about Vampire The Masquerade Rivals and expansion, Shadows and Shrouds. This is...
Spooky.
I'm looking at it. This is designed by Matt Hyra and is published by Renegade Game Studios and World of Darkness.
You guys, we have already gone through and we have talked about Vampire The Masquerade Rivals, the expandable card game before, so I'm not going to do a teach of how to play this new expansion because the game rules have not really changed. So basically, I'm going to put the link to this review down below where I do a teach of the rules, but for now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you the differences that this adds. So there's several small box expansions that this adds to the game. Each one of them adds 2 new factions, and that's true of this set as well. So there's 128 cards in this box and 2 new factions. The new factions are the La Sombra and the Hecata, I believe it's pronounced, and some new mechanisms and some new deck idea concepts that go along with them. So I'll kind of walk through those really quickly, and then we'll get to the review. So first of all, the La Sombra, their abilities are, they gather victory points, those points on the characters themselves. So you have this card that basically is where your end game points are going to go. These do not accumulate end game points in the same way. You can still accumulate them the normal ways, but the card effects that are kind of associated with the Hecata clan, all the points go on the characters themselves. And then you can spend those points in various ways to do really, really strong abilities or to make some kind of special abilities happen.
Not the Hecata, the other one.
Oh, the La Sombra, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm blending the two of them because when I'm playing, I see a symbol, not a word.
Yeah, me too.
But then what's going to happen is, at the end of the turn, you can also move some of those over to the endgame scoring pile. So some of your points you're going to earn and actually earn towards the end of the game. Other times you're going to spend your points that are on characters to do these special abilities, which is really unique. All right, then we have the Hecata, I believe, clan. Their whole thing is doing these rituals, doing these really, really strong cards, pulling off these rituals in order to make those happen. Also, they're necromancers. So the necromancers, they like death. They thrive on death. So most of the time you have your people get defeated in battle, they go into torpor. It's a bad thing. And they're out of the round for a while. You can't do anything with them, and then you have to kind of build their health back up before they're able to get back into the battle. The Hecata, they're totally cool with that. They're down with that. They're like, yeah, go ahead. We'll bring it back to life. It's no problem. And in fact, while they're unconscious in torpor, their special abilities are going to trigger at that point, which is super unique. So those are kind of the main overarching things. There's also this concept of wraiths that's getting added in. So you have these civilians that you're able to fight. They can turn into wraiths to help you out as well.
Curse people and stuff.
Yes.
You can make negative things happen, like on somebody.
But adding fear to them and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what it's not curse fear, but yeah.
Yeah, so those are kind of the overall overarching concepts that this adds to the mix.
All right, everybody. I am going to put the cookie on the bottom shelf. And
wait, hold up. Before we go any further, cookie on the bottom shelf. No one's ever used that phrase before.
Yes, they do. It's like the opposite of bury the lead. It's like, I'm going to give you, like, the main point first.
No, I've never heard anyone use that.
Yes, it is. It's a thing. Like, put the cookie on the bottom shelf. Like, make it so you get what you want, like, right away.
But I'm too tall, so the bottom shelf is actually bad for me. I'd put the cookie on the eye level shelf.
But then it's too tall for everybody else.
Perfect for me. All right. That's over.
And then I didn't give you a cookie on the bottom shelf because we had a discussion about the cookie on the bottom shelf. Okay, but I think of all the different clans, the Hecata is like my new favorite. Oh my gosh. I had so much fun playing this clan. I had so much, I couldn't win with this clan. Like, I couldn't, like, figure that out right, but I had so much fun experimenting and doing these rituals and having my vampires in torpor because a lot of them only had special abilities while they were in torpor. When they're up doing that, the text on the cards doesn't even do anything for you. But it was so much fun to try to like work with that and manipulate that and try to make that work for me with what was happening. This has been by far my favorite clan to play. So much fun.
Well, one of the things I like talking about too is the fact that this is an expandable card game or an LCG, a living card game, where every expansion adds new cards to the mix, new factions to the mix, new mechanisms to the mix. But there's no rarity. You're not like chasing some special magic cards that cost a ton of money or whatever. If you want to play with new cards, you get a box. Everyone gets the same box to buy from. Everyone gets the same box to choose from. You have the same options to make your deck with. There's still a lot of options, so it's not like you're overlapping or anything like that. But the point is, you're not chasing down those rare cards. You get everything when you buy a box. And when I make my decks, I like to kind of pull through all the different things and file through and make all these different, little synergies or whatever. And historically, when we played, you've use the custom decks, maybe just a couple of small tweaks. With this particular expansion with the Katata, you were really delving into it, and you were really modifying and changing the decks, sometimes even altering the entire course of the original intended purpose. And that made it a lot more fun to play against when you have so many different options that you can pull from, and you can make these crazy, really fun decks. And the way they interact and fight against each other, it's just really cool and a lot of fun.
One of the things I really like about these expansions, and this one is no different, is that they play equally to the base game, as in one is not more powerful than the other. So when we get a new one, we like to play with all the new stuff, and then we like to play with the new stuff battled with the old stuff, and then we also like to just mix it together. And all of them are viable and fun gaming experiences. All of them were still within a round or two of when somebody wins of the other person winning. So it's not like the new stuff is better than the old stuff. The new stuff is just new stuff. So I really like that it's all still really well balanced. It's still incredibly balanced regardless of how you're mixing and matching all of that together.
Also, one thing I want to say is all of the cards, up to this point at least, do fit inside the base box. And so, it's really nice to be able to have all those all those different factions, all those different things right at your fingertips within that one base box. That might not always be the case, as, the game is constantly evolving and changing and being added to, so eventually there's going to need to be bigger boxes and so forth. But for now, it's really nice to have everything at your fingertips, because yes, you can make a deck out of a single clan, and if there's a bunch of different single clans out there, you can also make decks by blending clans together. And now, having it all in the same box, it gives me the ability to, all right, you know what, I'm going to take half of this clan's theme, and I'm going to take half of this clan's ability, I'm going to make them together, try to find all new synergies and blend them together in new and different ways. So I really just the plain variety this adds just makes it worthwhile for people who like this game and want to see more of it.
Okay, so here's the thing. I was wrong.
Yes. End of sentence. You heard it here first. Bethany was wrong.
All right, make sure to subscribe. And okay. I had always thought I didn't like games like this, like expandable card games or whatever words are there.
Living card games or whatever.
Stuff like that.
Deck construction games in general.
Exactly, deck construction games. I had always thought that I just didn't like deck construction games. But Vampire Rivals is really showing me the error in my ways. And every expansion they do, I am blown away with how much I enjoy it. So much so that when they do a new expansion, it's like, oh, gosh, Ryan, what a shame. We have to get out this game again.
Oh, man, we got to play it another 20 more times.
We got to play it again, multiple times so we can give people, a decent review. I don't know if we've got this handled yet. We might have to just play it a few more times before we can really give people good reviews, because we're professionals. What a shame, right? I mean, obviously, I'm just super excited because now I have an excuse that we have to get this back out and we get to play it a million times. And so I think I was just wrong about this. It's either I was wrong or they just do such a great job in this game that I won't like any of the others. It's just this one that I love.
Well, I was hoping that she was saying that she'd start playing Magic and Pokemon with me, but I guess not.
No, not what I'm saying.
Yeah, overall, I love this game. I love how you can change your deck out each time you play, modify things. I love these two new roles, what they bring to the table, how they added a new different twist. They found a new way to add in new mechanisms I didn't even know that was a possibility, And so every time a new one comes out, we're going to be keeping our eye out for it, because we just love, being able to mess with this system.
Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and leave any comments that you have down below. We love hearing from you. Until then, make sure to follow us in all of these places.
You guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.
Bye.